say that memory is the slave of forgetfulness. Hakilie Jonye. That's why it's important to tell the story before ill-intentioned individuals can transform or distort it. In the Algeria Mali relationship, you are aware that the former president, the late Abdelaziz Bouteflika, the former president of Algeria, stayed in Gao at the time when Algeria was fighting for its independence. But did you know that this president, or the famous late president Abdelaziz Bouteflika, stayed in Bamako? Here, specifically in the Hippodrome neighborhood. Today, in the program Citizen Defense, we went to meet those who, along with her husband, hosted Abdelaziz Bouteflika in their home for almost 2 years. And you will even see his room, the room in which Abdelaziz Bouteflika stayed. And this house served as an information base. It was from this house that all the information was relayed. I won't say more. Let's follow this interview, not only in French, but also in Bambara.
Greetings, families. Welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you are well. I hope your day is good. The quick video you have listened to is what this video is about. History. What happened between Algeria and Mali has brought a lot of skeletons out of the closet. Some of us, we are fortunate to learn and listen to this history. If you are like me and you do not know much about Algeria, Mali history, this is the time. The misfortunate has brought us here to listen to what really happened and the reason why Malians, some of the Malians are disgusted about what really happened. Some call it ungrateful, as you will hear. Families, listen, and I'll be back. Thank you so much for your time.
We often say that memory is the slave of forgetfulness. Hakilie Jonye. That's why it's important to tell the story before ill-intentioned individuals can transform or distort it. In the Algeria Mali relationship, you are aware that the former president, the late Abdelaziz Bouteflika, the former president of Algeria, stayed in Gao at the time when Algeria was fighting for its independence. But did you know that this president, or the famous late president Abdelaziz Bouteflika, stayed in Bamako? Here, specifically in the Hippodrome neighborhood. Today, in the program Citizen Defense, we went to meet those who, along with her husband, hosted Abdelaziz Bouteflika in their home for almost 2 years. And you will even see his room, the room in which Abdelaziz Bouteflika stayed. And this house served as an information base. It was from this house that all the information was relayed. I won't say more. Let's follow this interview, not only in French, but also in Bambara.
Algeria owes everything to Mali. I said everything. This house you see there was the headquarters of the FLNN, the movement for the independence of Algeria. And the head of communication for this movement was Mr. Bouteflika, who was the president of the Republic of Algeria for more than 10 years. Bouteflika stayed in that house with his HQ for a considerable amount of time as a relay for information. They had the time I have here. The living room in which we are, his room was there. The batteries were there, the columns were in the courtyard. They showed me there, they say there, that's my room. Who, Bouteflika?
Yes.
They showed me this room, they say that's where I sleep. That's my room. It was my husband's and my room. I have now decided that it's just me here with my grandchildren. One day, my husband and I, we came to see the place. Because when you rent out your house to someone, from time to time, you need to stop by, see what's going on. Bouteflika himself in person received us. He showed us his facilities. My husband at the time was the director of the cabinet of the Minister of the Interior, Madera Keita, the late Madera Keita. May they rest in peace. He received us in this living room. There wasn't even any space because it was filled with batteries. Along the living room, which is about 10 meters, square meters, there were only batteries. He showed us around all the installations. And in the courtyard, there were pylons. For me, it was my first time seeing pylons like that. Pylons because our house, the courtyard, was extremely large. It was 800 square meters. Pylons over 50 meters high. That was their source of information. And it was Moduburg who made that possible. All the information regarding the fighters, the relations with France, all of that, it went through Bouteflika in that house. So I'm entitled and obliged to testify. I cannot understand, even if this gesture seems minor in the eyes of Algerians. For us, it is truly a significant gesture. Because to win a war, you need intelligence. And this intelligence comes from Bamako, with the approval of President Modibo Keïta. What hasn't Modibo Keïta done for the Algerians, for their independence? And that it's very little, it's minimal. It's minimal. The other contributions that Modibo and his government provided to the Algerians, I can't name them all. There are state secrets that I don't know. But there have been many. We have done a lot for Algeria. Algeria owes us a lot. Ingratitude comes at a cost. Algeria has no right to attack us. On the contrary, if we were attacked by enemies, it is Algeria that should, in principle, come to our aid. We are surprised, the Malian people are surprised by Algeria's attitude. We are very, very surprised. There are still some living people who are aware of everything Mali has done for Algeria. We entrust ourselves to the Almighty. We entrust ourselves to the Almighty. We have done a lot for Algeria. I say it loud and clear. They have been ungrateful towards us, towards the Malian people. That I say loud and clear. Angasoude will praise through the African Charter. Probably Algeria is available. So what Algeria will say is that it's somewhat like this. Bouteflika is in charge of communication. So I need to be able to do things. I cannot do things without the power of science. If I cannot do things without Bouteflika, I certainly cannot do things. You need to be in communication with people. The building was in charge of communication of their front, the Algerian Liberation Front. We conducted research on this building. The building was approximately 10 meters long in length. The building was a beta building in total. Overall, the crown courses were more than 800 square meters. The crown courses were very long. The crown courses were indeed extremely long, arduous, challenging, and demanding. In the end, I came to Bouteflika in the city of Algeria to meet with my friends. I went to Algeria for a special mission to do an intelligence gathering service for Algeria. I went to a world that is very important to me. in the beautiful country of Algeria, because I went here to win. I definitely went to inform people. I absolutely went to do things. I went to do things. I went here to win. So Bouteflika was used for intelligence purposes. For us, for the Franks. Everyone was in the process of getting rid of the Franks in a gradual manner. In the end, someone was eventually made to attack Algeria. Bouteflika was cut off, he was abandoned. There is no more and more things. We are carefully and meticulously made in the chamber.
Thank you so much, families, for listening. This video is long. I've had another one by Citizens Defense Team. Yes, this is another historian, mediator, who knows more about Algeria and Mali. Again, the bitterness is there, but it's also for us to learn. And I'm hoping some of our brothers, Algerians, will come under the comment section to comment on this history that I must say is not repeating itself in a good way. It's supposed to be different. We're supposed to be celebrating and jubilating, like really the people we have helped, our neighbors, our brothers or sisters, or even if they are strangers, they are now at our side, fighting our corner to help us. But it's different. Families, listen to him, and I'll be back. Thank you so much for your time.
History only makes sense when it serves us in the present. Misfortune by nature abhors ingratitude. That is why we focus on certain aspects, on the help that was provided at a certain time to certain Algerian authorities. Today, again, we will talk with another specialist on Algeria. He did his thesis on it, the relationship Mali-Algeria. His name is Dr. Bakary Traoré. I invite you to listen to him with a lot of interest. Let's follow along.
Algeria was greatly supported by Mali during its war of independence in the 60s up until 63 at its independence. Mali served as a rear base for the Mujahideen, notably the iconic figure. It was the former President Bouteflika P. Assonam, who was hosted in Gao. At the time there was no Kidal. Kidal was part of Gao. And at the same time, Mali served as a transit zone for quite a bit of military logistics to carry out its fight against colonialism in the 60s. And we cannot understand today, in 2025, that this same neighboring country, friend of Mali, brother of Mali, Algeria, allowed itself to shoot down a Malian drone on Malian soil without going through the channels that were established with Algeria's leadership, particularly within the framework of the Joint Operational Staff Committee known as SIMOC, which brought together our 4 states, namely Mauritania, Mali, Niger, and Algeria. It's just a canon. This military arrangement was established within the framework of intelligence sharing among these 4 states to combat terrorism. Since 2010, 2011, 2012, 2011, 2012. And the sumo was there up until now, until the day they shot down the drone. Why didn't we go through sumo to share intelligence with Mali? The question mark remains. And we cannot understand that if Mali decides to conduct an inter-Malian dialogue to resolve its conflict, as Algeria has done during the time of the GIA and the time of the GSPC. Why does Algeria feel frustrated or feel excluded from the process? Mali simply said that they would bring the dialogue back, conducting an inter-Malian dialogue to solve the problem. As a mediator, I think Algeria, instead of collaborating to fight terrorist groups, Algeria should have played the role of neutrality. In the name of this neutrality, it should not be hosting the Azawad Liberation Front as today, whose members are classified as terrorists, not only internationally, but also by Mali, which has even issued arrest warrants against some of them. I even wonder if Algeria realizes the seriousness of these actions. A terrorist organization that doesn't even hide it, and who even announced, not even 3 to 4 months ago, that they will collaborate, that they will discuss, that they will make a pact with JNIM, the group for the support of Islam and Muslims, whose leader is Yad Aghali. And all these facts, when you put them into perspective, we no longer understand what Algeria has become. When I say Algeria, I mean the Algerian authorities, not the Algerian people. I have personally been to Algeria 3 times as part of a Pan-African movement fighting against colonialism, imperialism, and neo-colonialism. Algeria, we have all seen the commitment to act in relation to the Pan-African movement at that time. And today we cannot understand how Algeria treats us Malians with such contempt, and history will judge this. In the case of resolving this conflict with Algeria, I think Mali should continue on this path of judicial action. Mali is indeed considering filing a complaint regarding what has been done. And here Mali has presented its evidence, something Algeria has not done, because they claim their evidence is in the databases. So I think Algeria should play this role of neutrality and continue to be fair in the fight against international terrorism.
Thank you so much, families, for listening to all the history. I am so grateful to work on this video, to understand what went on, and even to see what happened. If not because of this drum, maybe Malians will know. Not maybe they will know. They knew the history. The young ones, I'm not quite sure, but now that the education system has changed, they will learn about this. But now we heard it straight from the person or the people who has witnessed what happened. And you can feel from our mother, you can feel her, I don't want to use the word anger, because you know, you have helped someone thinking that one day, maybe that person will remember what you did to them. Or maybe not even that, but just show a bit of gratitude, show a bit of compassion. No, what they are showing is different. And the story, I keep saying, there's something small at the back of my mind that is telling me the story is not all that there yet. We will listen to it more, we will hear it more, we will see what is going on. There's a video I forgot to share before this, but I will share it before this one. What is happening between Algeria and France? It got me confused. If you listen to it, maybe you'll be confused as well, or maybe you will say, maybe this is karma. But Algeria and France, not knowing, are not in good terms. So what is Algeria doing? Like our brother said, they are hosting terrorists. What are they doing? Thank you so much, families, because the video is long already. Please leave comment what you think about this history. If you love history, if you like true story, please share this video. Like it, let other people also know. We don't know tomorrow what will happen again. That's why me in particular, I'm grateful to have this piece of history from the horse's mouth, from our madam, our mom, our auntie, who tells us it is, because she witnessed it all. She dealt with it. Congratulations to her. She should not feel bitter about doing the good work, because if you see your neighbor's house burning, what do? You help them to quench the fire. If not, it will come into yours. So they did the right thing by hosting the late president. So if the rest that follow are ungrateful, it doesn't matter. My VIPs, my kings and queens, my families, my returning families, those who are passing by, thank you so much. If this is your first time, my name is Mambe, and I react on anything concerning Africa, especially the AES. Tons of videos on the channel. Go through them, learn more, like more, share more. Yes, here what you see is what you get. That's it. Thank you so much. Have a great day and stay blessed. Bye-bye. Credit to ORTM for sharing this with us and to Citizens Defense Team Mali.